Hi everyone, this is Kevin from Supernatural Selection. Are you an independent creator? Do you have a webcomic or an Etsy store? Do you 3D print things? Or are you just looking to get some word out for your Discordian cabal with social terrorism? Well, we'd love to help. And David, I believe you've got some details about how we can help.
Why, certainly. If you go to supernaturalselectionpod.com/contact, that is supernaturalselectionpod.com/contact, you can learn how to advertise with us.
That's right. I believe the rate is $2 per episode. You can't beat that with a stick.
Yeah, I mean, trust me, we've tried.
Yeah, that's cheap. That's literally cheaper than dirt.
And best of all, if you're not sure how to write an ad, we'll do it for you. We'll even record it.
Absolutely. Just let us know what you need in the ad, and we'll be happy to do that for you.
And again, that URL is supernaturalselectionpod.com/contact.
And now, back to the show. Your problems, you should use your broadsword.
A broadsword.
Cast Fire of Wrath.
Fire of Wrath. Man, we were playing earlier, and our characters were all clumped together, and our friend said, it's like a clump of grapes. And I said, the grapes of Wrath. And God, we had so much fun. I love that game so much. This is the new version that they did the Kickstarter on.
Mm-hmm.
And I went ahead and bought it. It was like $100 freaking, and it was worth every penny.
Hell yeah.
So,
since we have a guest on, I figure for us regulars here, limit it to like one or two things.
Yeah.
Because I do have a fun game that we can close out on. I do not have a closing thought.
Yeah.
But I'll figure that out as we go.
Okay. Well, you know what? We're recording, so...
Oh shit, okay.
I don't deserve power.
Hello and welcome to the Distraction Hole. I'm your host this week, David Davis. I'm telling you to grab your broadsword.
Broadsword.
I got my broadsword.
I'll cast cautious, hideous laughter.
Laughter of Wrath.
With me this week, as always, is Kevin. Kevin, how are you?
I'm in this hole. Help. I'm good. Had a lot. Man, I've done so much RPG stuff today. I feel sated for once.
Isn't it good? Isn't it nice? Doesn't it feel great?
Savory goodness, in fact.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we did D&D, then me and Mike went and did Hero Quest, and man, it is great.
Hell yeah. Oh, and speaking of Mike, how are you? Because you're with us today in the hole as well.
Oh yeah, I'm here in the hole.
He has his whole sword.
I'm casting Fire of Wrath.
For anyone who doesn't understand the reference, there is a commercial that they keep referencing. Can we at least play the clip of him going broadsword?
Yeah, hang on. Let me get that back up. Y'all talk amongst yourselves for a second.
It's the original UK commercial for Hero Quest
from Games Workshop in Milton Bradley.
Yes.
God, it is so fucking great. Hang on. Oh boy.
Okay, well, you'll figure it out.
Fantasy adventure game where winning means mastering the arts of combat.
I'll use my broadsword.
And magic.
Fire of Wrath.
Fire of Wrath.
I'll use my broadsword. God damn it. One of our friends said that kid should be dragged in the street and beaten.
Well, also, you may have just heard a fourth voice here. No, you are not hallucinating. It is not a troll who lives at the bottom of the hole, presumably. No, this is Andy. Andy. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I'm around 21.95 on a scale of 1 to 22.
And of course, Andy, you host a podcast. You've been on Supernatural Selection, but for people who only listen to the Distraction Hole, which I don't believe exists,
Yeah.
what show are you normally affiliated with?
Well, yeah, other than Spooky Dice Bag, which we
Yeah.
did earlier today.
Umbra.
I also have a show called Flagged for Content, which we basically just a guest format. I have a different guest on each week, and we talk about something in the world of vexillology, which sounds like something your crowd could definitely get into.
Flags.
Just
Now-
as a
Flags.
word, anyway.
Now the show is called Flagged for Content. Have you ever had an episode that has been flagged for content?
I'm on a unprecedented stretch of ones that have not that I don't have to click the explicit tag for.
Really?
Okay, not enough
Yeah.
statements about Israel.
So
Okay.
we're not on.
Right, not enough of those. And also, I haven't had you guys on in a minute, so
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we
That-
need to get
yeah.
Mike on.
Sounds like you just have to have the explicit episode just to push those boundaries. But
yeah.
Have an episode called "In This One, Kevin Says Fuck."
so
You know what would be a fun one is ranking flags by the sexiest flag.
Oh
Because there are
God.
flags with women on them, right?
horniest flag.
Nice.
There are so many, yeah.
Yeah,
There-
yeah.
Any kind of if you can jerk off to it, there's a flag with it.
Oh.
You know
Wow.
what? That would be a good episode.
So-
Furry
I would listen
porn.
to that episode.
In fact, Kevin and I have talked about, and yourself have
Mhm.
talked about quite a few of these.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Well, I mean, I've got the
especially,
laser
the
kiwi.
Boris-
That's kind of sexy.
Yeah, and the Boris Yeltsin in a beaver suit,
Yes, in the river of piss.
across a river.
hmm Oh, that was a great flag, man.
So
Yeah.
so I do have
Okay.
two things for Andy, since I
Oh,
don't think I don't talk to him much. One, thank you for the flag, the Bigfoot flag. Kevin gave it to me the other day
of
because he's
course.
been hoarding it for himself.
Well, I mean,
And-
look at it.
And number two, does that $21.95 include VAT or what?
No, that is pre-VAT.
Okay,
That is
good.
pre-VAT.
I have to budget that in. Good to know.
Okay.
All right. Well, Andy, you've heard the show before. You know what we do here. We talk about what distracts us. We usually struggle to figure out a turn order. But knowing
As with
who
any
you
good-
are, knowing who you are and what you are, I presume you have a D4 with you right now?
I do, in fact, yes.
Okay, so you're going to be our roller. So I'm 1, Kevin 2, Mike 3, Andy, you're 4. Go ahead and roll.
All right, I'm going to use my brand new dice tower as well. Let's see.
Ooh.
Fancy.
That is a 3.
Okay, so that means that Mike is
Yay.
our first
Oh, wow.
victim.
You know, if I'd known, I would have gone and got my Castle Grayskull dice tower. Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So nice.
I propose
So
we do
choice.
that for the future when we need to figure out turn order. But
That's
there's
brilliant.
Yeah.
Wait.
we don't have a
D3.
D3.
Well,
We
you
have
can
a
do
D6.
divided by 2.
Yep.
Oh, well, that's math, and I don't like math. Anyway,
No,
Mike,
it's
you're up.
real easy. Yeah.
So, it's been a couple weeks. In
It's
that
been a while.
time, I have watched 2 whole anime series,
Damn.
Oh, boy.
which would there were just not 2 whole anime series. One whole series, which was just 1 season, and the first season of something that I think is going to get a second season. So the first thing was Licorice Recoil, which the way I describe it, it's like if John Wick was a schoolgirl anime. It's like it's literally orphan girls that are trained to be assassins. Well, not assassins, more of they more of keep Japan safe. So they do kind of do assassinations, but they're mostly
Yeah.
about taking out terrorists and things like that.
That just sounds like a setup to a game we could play where it's like with schoolgirls.
Yes.
Take a
I mean,
premise
if
with
you could think of
schoolgirls.
like any premise, just add schoolgirls onto it. There's an anime of that. I mean, it's just-
Wow.
but
No, you said LaCroix? Recoil or what?
Lycoris. Recoil.
Lycoris, okay.
So it is
Okay, not
named after
LaCroix.
the Japanese spider lily, which if you ever seen like Japanese art or anything, that kind of like red with little yellow bits, like kind of stringy flower. That's the Japanese spider lily. It featured pretty prominently in their art and things like that.
Okay.
But it follows the oh gosh, I'm really bad with remembering the names of these characters. As soon as I watch them, they just like fly out of my head. But anyway, the main character, she's like the baddest ass, like the cream of the crop of all these, elite operator schoolgirls. But she doesn't like killing people. So she just uses like rubber bullets, and she's kind of seen as a pariah among the elite schoolgirl operators. So she
bullied for being a pacifist.
Kind of, yeah. So she like does like side jobs and works in this cafe, and it follows another one of these girls that kind of like fucks up and gets kicked out. Not really kicked out, but on probation, and she has to go work with where's the names? There we go. Chisato, which is the one that got the pacifist. And so they work together and have, happy shenanigans until, it gets real towards, the last third of the season. As anime tends to do. It's like all happy fun times, and then shit gets real.
Oh, the Trigun effect.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much everything. It's, you got the nice happy fun times, and then, we gotta wrap it up. So, hey, this character probably is going to die.
I like the idea of being kicked out of murder school.
Yeah. Kicked out of murder school for not wanting to kill.
There's not a lot of ways to fail murder school if you're an assassin, so that takes talent.
Yeah.
So that was the first anime.
So that was pretty good. I like that. I like both of these. I can't say I like, but that's the one that's pretty self-contained. I mean, it ended, it seems open-ended, but I don't think it will get a second season. As far as I know, this one is like an original anime IP. It's not based on a manga or a light novel. So whether or not they do a second season, up to them. The other one I watched was No Longer Allowed in Another World. Are you familiar with this one? It's an isekai, David. Are you familiar with it?
I am not.
So it is about opens up with a couple, a man and a woman, who decide they're gonna, and they're dressed like very traditionally in, kimonos and wearing the clog sandals, and they decide they're going to kill themselves it's very stormy, and they're going to throw themselves in this river. And so they tie each other up to each other with the little red string of fate, around each wrist to each other. And they're getting ready to jump into the river, and they're hit by the isekai truck. Literally, they're hit by an isekai truck.
God
and
damn it.
He wakes up in another world, and it turns out this guy is a writer, and he from like the 20s or 30s, and he is suicidally depressed and just wants to off himself at every opportunity.
Yeah, the pills go. He's eating the pills like they're candy.
Yeah, he's taken like some. I don't even know what they're basically, in American, pills. You'd probably think of something as like, I'm trying to think of an equivalent. I can't. But they're like, sedatives. They're sedative pills. They're not like, uppers or anything. But yeah, he's just like, and he has like no like special abilities that they can find. Like he has one hit point when he starts, and they're like going, here's this hero, and what the fuck's wrong with you?
And he's based on a real writer.
Oh, really? So I did not know that.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I watched like the first few episodes. I never got a chance to finish it, but I didn't recognize the title at first. But the premise is I do love the premise.
Yeah, and wow, so that brings a whole new like level to it, that he's based on a real writer. But
Mhm.
but yeah, he's just God. He's jumping into danger, but not the way a normal isekai hero is to like save the day. He's doing it just because he's like, oh, maybe this will kill me.
Now, did you get to the part where the girls are carrying him around?
Oh yeah, no, they like after like the first couple, he's like gets drug around everywhere in a coffin.
Jesus Christ!
Like he's
What
like in the coffin
fuck?
with like a bed of roses in the coffin. They're just dragging him around with a rope. At one point he gets like a badass like coffin tank mobile.
What the hell in a hot pocket
It
are
is-
you talking about?
It is a very unserious anime. It's built by dwarves.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't it be?
But yeah, so and I mean it's not serious enough, so I figure, light spoilers aren't too
Yeah.
bad. It really seemed like he's there to take out all the other heroes that, once they win, they seem to turn into assholes and be corrupt. Like when you give some nobody from Earth, ultimate powers and stuff, well, what do you think they're going to do?
Become a ninja?
Come, pretty self-serving, especially
And you've
after they
got, like,
kill the
the-
Dark Lord.
You've got like the elf priestess, and I think the
yeah.
it's Catgirl fighter.
Oh yeah, cat girl fighter.
What the fuck?
Best girl.
And do you like isekai anime?
I honestly am so lost by a lot of this.
So
Isekai is where a character is killed or knocked unconscious and then wake up in another world.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'm not familiar with. I'm familiar with that as a concept, but not really like.
You do need
I'm
to
not really-
watch that vending machine one.
God damn it.
I'm not like
Sorry.
super into it, but I do enjoy some of them enough, especially like when they're like
Yeah.
this and they break the molds. Like
Yeah.
and the vending machine one was fun too.
Yeah, I mean, there's some good like serious ones I could recommend.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely open to checking out anything y'all recommend, but
Okay.
just not super familiar with the concept.
Like, what is your anime experience like?
Very minimal. Like,
Oh.
used to watch Dragon Ball Z after coming home from school,
Mm.
and Pokemon the show. And like, I think most of the listeners just cringed at half of that. So
Nah, it's all
yeah,
good.
but like that's pretty much it. Not really much else, other than like I've watched some of the classics like what is it, Totoro,
No,
Neighbor.
My Neighbor Totoro, yeah.
So you've seen a bunch of the Studio Ghibli films?
I wouldn't say a bunch, but like a few,
Oh, okay.
probably a few of the like older ones. I haven't. It's been a minute, but yeah.
Okay. I wonder, Mike, do you have
Nothing
anything
I-
that you'd
it's-
recommend for him?
I'm always open to recommendations. It's not something I
let's
don't like.
see.
It's just something I guess like haven't explored is a good way to put.
I think a safe
So-
one, if I could throw one out there, would be Dungeon Meshi.
Yeah, Dungeon Meshi
Yes.
is a good one.
Even I like that so far.
Meshi, how are we spelling that? M-E.
So the American name is Delicious in Dungeon.
Yeah, I think
It's
it's
on Netflix. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, it's on.
So I would ask what would you be most in? Are you most into like kind of romance, sci-fi?
Do you want to be the very best
fantasy.
like no one ever was?
I mean, to
Comedy?
to catch them is to train them is my cause.
Of course.
I know. I guess like sci-fi probably out of most of that. Comedy, I guess.
So
Okay.
sci-fi.
I did really like Dragon Ball in the sense of like I don't know, just like action fighting, I guess. as a
There's some
genre.
fun shonen stuff out there that
You should watch One Punch Man.
Just I don't know the terms well, not all the terms. I don't know any of the terms. But
Yeah.
Well,
Well-
shonen is like series for boys. Like it's
Yeah.
action fighting.
Like One Piece and
Like,
Dragon
yeah,
Ball,
Minimal romance.
Bleach.
Because
Okay.
that's
I
icky.
do second
all these. Actually,
Kevin's suggestion of One Punch Man.
my friend Ian showed me. Fuck, what is it? It's a like Norwegian, or it's based in Norway. Berserk or no?
Oh
Mm.
yeah, wait, yeah.
No,
that's-
the Vinland Saga.
Vinland Saga, maybe
Ah.
maybe that.
The one about the Vikings?
Yeah,
The kid who goes on a revenge mission?
I think so.
Yes, yeah, that's a pretty good one. I got to finish
what
that one.
happens. So yeah,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, my only other suggestion, of course, is Dan to Dan, because
Oh,
if you
yeah.
like Supernat, you're gonna love Dan to Dan.
Oh, you have suggested that to me. I think.
Yeah,
Before.
it's this it's our other show, the anime. So
Yeah.
Okay,
And the,
I have two, but I want to hear Mike's first.
So I was just kind of looking through my recommended stuff, and
yeah,
so honestly, the best kind of sci-fi one I've seen lately was Kaiju #8. If you like big monsters and the people that fight them.
Okay. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Mike likes big beasts and he cannot lie.
Yes.
Never ask him to.
I'm very proud of that joke.
Yes.
So
So what do you say, David?
Kaiju #8.
Yes.
All right.
So I think a good baseline that I think everybody should watch is kind of like one of their introductory series is probably Cowboy Bebop. Start off with the dub.
Jesus.
Okay,
Yeah, absolutely. Start off with the dub. Like the subtitle version's amazing, but like the dub is like peak dub. It's so good. So I recommend that one. And then if you want something comedic, kind of goofy but a lot of fun, start off with the movie Lupin the Third, the First, which is the CGI.
God, it looks amazing, dude.
It's really good. And then if you like Lupin, if you like the vibes of Lupin, watch the third series where he's wearing the red coat, because that's kind of like classic. And that one is one where you can watch the dub as well, because the voice actors are just absolutely iconic, and like the English version of the characters really stand out.
Wait, what?
Okay.
That all sounds wild. Like, what?
Yeah.
Okay, so you gotta
So
watch the season where he has a red coat. Like, why?
yeah,
Just
okay.
because?
So
Like, just
okay,
because he has
so-
a red coat, like it looks cool as hell, or like
the color of the coat, the color of the coat determines which era you're watching
Okay,
during the
all right.
production run. So specifically, the premise of Lupin the Third, there was a literary character in France in the early 1900s called Arsène Lupin. The anime is about his grandson, Arsène Lupin the Third, and him and a bunch of ne'er-do-wells go around the world like stealing treasure and stuff like that.
He's a
they're being
gentleman
chased-
thief.
Yes, except he's not really a gentleman because he's horny
What?
as shit.
His grandfather was a gentleman thief. He's a pervert.
Oh no, his grandfather is also a pervert. There's
Oh.
a lot going on there.
My bad.
But no, so it's like it's
Assume
kind of
they
like
were all perverts. Go
a
on.
little bit, yeah. Like they go around the world. They go like different seasons take place in different regions. For example, I think season 5 takes place entirely in France. But the idea is that you've got him. He's in a sports coat. He's kind of like a confidence man, trickster, very monkey-like. He also has his samurai friend Goemon, who always carries a sword and is a cool stoic samurai guy. You've also got a guy who's a crack shot, and then you also have the femme fatale, who always gets one up on Lupin. But the whole crew is being chased by an Interpol agent who's always after them. So it's very kind of like cartoony, status quo season after season, but it's so fucking fun.
Okay. How do you spell Lupin?
Lupin.
Oh, Pin.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Lupin and then like 3 eyes, Roman numeral
Lupin.
the third.
Yeah. Like the theme song for that third show, that third era is so iconic. It's one of the most iconic anime themes out there. But and it was made in the late 70s, but it's I'd say it still holds up really well, because that was the one that they brought to Adult Swim when they were airing it on Adult Swim for a while. Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
But I guess the other reason I suggested it is because the lead character from Cowboy Bebop is loosely modeled after Lupin.
Yeah.
Cool.
Now,
Okay.
Wait,
Fun-
is the lead character from Cowboy Bebop not Cowboy Bebop?
Cowboy Bebop is a
forget their computer.
mood. Cowboy Bebop is a mood.
Yeah. Yeah,
everyone who didn't sigh loudly earlier definitely did just now.
Yeah, there are people just with their face in their hands going, I want to kill him. I want to fucking kill him.
no,
I know. Honestly, I get it, y'all. I get it.
No, I mean, this is like the people that are pissed that there's a lady playing Zelda because Zelda's a boy.
No, well, you see, what I'm doing too is I'm playing I'm the audience stand-in. You know,
Yeah,
I'm just
you're
like,
ignorant.
I just want you guys to explain this stuff to me.
No, it's cool.
No, it's cool.
Golly, mister, I've never heard of this anime stuff.
Well, and I'd be curious to hear your thoughts about that. So maybe we'll have you on another time to like. Tell
Yeah,
us.
no, I will have to do.
Yeah.
I will have to check. I did write those down, and yeah.
Like I kept
More
my
of a follow-up
my
if you want.
suggestions very like beginner tier.
I mean, that's
I could go
more than
crazier.
welcome. That's
Yeah.
perfect. Yeah.
Here's the thing. If I had to describe One Punch Man, it's like if...
I don't even know if you have to.
well, I mean, in
I feel like-
spirit, it's like if some anime people made The Tick.
Yes.
Okay, I could definitely fuck with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean-
it's sort of a send-up of superhero stuff, and, yeah, it's fucking
Yeah.
great.
Hell
Right,
yeah.
that sounds awesome.
Yeah, theme song is actually by the same guy that did the theme song for Dragon Ball Z, the Japanese theme song, not Rock the Dragon.
Right.
All right. So I know we kind of hijacked your segment here, Mike.
Sorry.
So you caught up with a couple of anime.
So the only other thing I've been really watching is, and I do want to hear if anybody else is. I know Kevin hasn't watched this, but I've been watching season 1 of Severance. So is anybody else familiar with that? Watched any of it?
Oh yeah, I've watched both seasons.
I haven't. I need to. I need
So-
to just suck it up and get Apple. Or do you sail the high seas for that one? Or
Oh,
I'm going to plead the fifth on that
yeah.
one.
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
We have access. That's all you need to know.
Boy.
Fell off the back of a truck.
Yeah.
Fell off the back of a donkey cart, sir.
Yeah. We can cut all that. Yeah. No, I have not seen it.
So I would say it is recommended. It is of the,
Mystery
weird
box.
mystery thing, it's of, say, like so never watched like Twin Peaks, but was Twin Peaks very mystery-y for anybody that's
It's mysterious in the fact that you have to try to penetrate what the fuck's going on because
There
David
is
Lynch.
There is a central mystery, but it becomes more about vibes as you go on.
So I just watching this, I'm wondering was that like the first show like that was, very, vibey and mystery and, just kind of watch it to find out where the fuck it goes.
I don't know.
Cause I know Lost was like that. Lost was kind of like the first one I've watched that was like that, but I don't know if Twin Peaks was similar in a similar vein or not.
Twin
It's
Peaks.
the first, non-anthology one that I can think of. Because like I was thinking of Twilight Zone, but that's anthology style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the way that the zeitgeist is treating Succession right now, or not Succession, Severance. Fuck.
That's a different show, buddy.
Yeah,
I mean-
you get the same vibe from Twin Peaks back in the '90s, like when Simpsons did a parody of it and how inscrutable it was.
Yeah.
So I'd say yeah.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a, similar that, it's, you don't know what the fuck's really going on, but there's a lot of like, kind of little hooks. It's like, well, what the fuck are they talking about here? Just so many, like, what the fuck, like, the episode I watched yesterday, like, so throughout the, couple of episodes, a couple of characters have mentioned, the getting the waffle party, right? And the office waffle party. It's like
I just want a waffle party, man.
and so you like think you think that how benign that would be, some office, but then you get to the actual waffle party, and I was like not ready for the waffle party.
Is this like a Blue Waffles reference? Or?
No, it's I don't know what it's a reference to, but it is. Wow, that's all I'm gonna say is not ready for the waffle party.
Wow.
I've done both seasons. It gets so much weirder.
Oh no, it's one of those shows that just kind of slowly ratchets up the what the fuck. Like the first episode, it's like, okay, it's a weird office and they, disconnect you and you don't know what's going on. And up through, it's just, it's wild. It is buck wild.
There you go.
And it has a lot of like aspects of like cults in there. Like the whole company seems very cultish.
And they
Right.
do get into some occult things as well.
Oh,
which is
and
super
yeah,
interesting.
there's definitely some hints so far of occult things.
That's like I need to go back and watch what's that show, True Detective, because there's like references to Lovecraft in there.
Kind of.
I mean, I know they mentioned the King in Yellow, so
Right, but that's also
I
Robert
know.
Chambers.
Yeah. I know, but it's all in the same universe.
I know, but I just wanted to be I just want to be a jerk.
Congratulations.
On air.
Thank you. No, I okay, Mike. So do you think Kevin would get something out of Severance?
Oh yeah, I think you would like it.
He's definitely been trying to get me into it.
Yeah.
Not as much
not
as Film Gauge, but
Oh God, Film Gauge is one of those people that will talk to you about it no matter what.
While the show was airing season 2, after for the week after the episode had aired, Hollywood constantly have on live streamers who were doing Severance theories and that sort of thing.
Oh Lord.
And one of them was actually getting into like the occult stuff that could be seen in the show. So that was always fun. That was always on in the background, her like getting like obsessively into that.
Mike, you mentioned you were asking about shows that were like you tune in to try to figure out what the fuck's going on. The Mythos episodes of the X-Files.
yeah.
Because everybody was like, "What the fuck?" And then David Duchovny fucked it all up.
Wait, which episodes are those?
The ones about like his sister and the actual abductions and stuff, not the monster of the week ones.
Anytime you see the smoking man.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, the ones that actually involve like the deeper lore of Mulder and aliens and stuff.
Yeah.
As opposed to the greatest episode of the series where it's the vampire trailer park.
I was going to say Fluke Man.
Okay. Those are the two best.
Okay. No, I can agree with you there.
Yeah.
But we won't come to blows this time.
Yeah. Come on, it's got the chubby kid from The Sandlot as a vampire. It's great.
Oh, no, it is great. Don't get me wrong.
And Luke Wilson with big, giant hillbilly teeth. Well, gosh, ma'am. That's fucking great. Anyway, sorry, hijacked again. Mike?
You got anything else,
Yeah.
Mike?
No, that's pretty much it.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay.
Well, there are 3 of us left, and we did hear that D6 trick earlier.
Yeah.
So I will be 1, Kevin will be 2, Andy, you'll be 3. Andy, please roll a D6 for us.
Oh, man, I just pulled out a D6.
Oh, okay, wait, let Kevin do it.
Yeah, let me be the little... Okay, now what were the number... you know what? You know what they are. I'll just roll and tell you what I get.
1 through 2 for me, 3 through 4 for you, Kevin, and then 5 through 6 for Andy.
Gotcha. 1.
Oh boy, okay, that means I am up. Ha ha ha! Crashing this podcast with no survivors. Okay, so Kevin, I know that you and I wanted to talk a little bit about Doctor Who. Do you want to save that for your segment?
No. We can do it now.
Okay.
Now, I haven't watched the last 3 episodes because I was like, I know what happened.
Okay, so you know what happened.
I saw clips. Yes.
Okay. Now, Andy, have you ever watched Doctor Who? Do you have any interest in Doctor Who?
Oh yeah, we I guess not tonight, but last night. Yeah.
Okay, so you're
so
caught
you're
up.
up to date.
We are on. My wife has seen it all before, but she's rewatching it with me, who's watching it for the first time. I think we're on like the like the last Tenant season.
Oh God.
Oh, okay. So I don't want to talk
Well,
about
on
the
one
current.
that says the new Doctor, and it's like the Doctor is like David Morrissey, I think.
Oh,
He's,
that's.
Oh wow, you
Oh,
are.
He's
you're.
like not an actual
It's a
Doctor as
distant
far
past.
as I am
Yeah.
aware.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
So,
we're
like,
talking
yeah.
about Doctor number 15 here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shit.
Right. I have
all right,
seen. Okay, so yeah, I've seen a couple of the ones with Shooty or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shooty.
no, Shooty.
Shooty Gatwa.
Well, okay.
He's.
I don't want to.
He's been fantastic this season,
Yeah.
by the way. Like
Fa-
as far as
fantastic Doctor.
acting, he's great.
I don't want to get into.
I heard he was like getting out of it though because it wasn't like all he hoped it would be or something.
It's complicated.
Yeah.
As with any Doctor Who production, it gets complicated. See, I don't want to necessarily like spoil anything because I have some gripes about the
It's all good.
way the season's played out.
I'll probably fucking forget.
I don't know about this one because I was going to talk
Okay.
about the new Doctor.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I mean,
you know, Kevin, maybe we can hold off until.
you know what? I think that'd be a good idea.
Yeah, that's okay. I came prepared. I have other things. I too have been watching a new anime.
Yeah.
Yeah. Has anyone here heard of Apocalypse Hotel?
I have no idea what the hell you're talking about.
No, and the listeners are gonna hate me so much for making us divert from that.
No, that's okay. Like,
No, it's cool.
usually when we start talking about Doctor Who, Mike hibernates for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. Mike is
Mike-
not a Whovian.
No.
Yeah, Mike,
it's
have
not
you
my
heard
jam.
of Apocalypse Hotel?
No, I have no idea what that is.
Wow, David.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fucking
No,
wow.
I'm very excited about this one. I'm only halfway through it right now. It's only 8 episodes. But this is like so incredibly in my wheelhouse that like I'm thrilled as hell. So I'll just go ahead and read the plot synopsis from Wikipedia here to kind of give you the overall vibe, and then I'll talk about a little bit about the show. So in the year 2057, an unknown aerial contagion dubbed Infortunium pollution begins to spread around Earth, rendering the air unbreathable to primate-based species, including humans. With no way to cure or counter the pollution, humanity has no choice but to flee to space, leaving the planet completely abandoned. A century later, the only sign of civilization left is the Gingaru Hotel in Ginza, which is kept operational by what remains of the autonomous robot staff led by the gynoid concierge, Yachio. As the staff wait patiently for humanity to return, they are caught off guard when the first guest to arrive in a century turns out to be an extraterrestrial visitor.
Huh.
So, yes, it is a hotel in Ginza operated by the last robots that are still functioning after humanity has left Earth after a plague, essentially.
Huh.
It is so good. It's like, it's incredibly charming, but it's also kind of like a feel-bad kind of fucked up thing because there is this inherent sadness about these robots kind of going through their routine and there being fewer and fewer of them.
This sounds a lot like Yokohama Kaidashu Kiko.
Do explain.
Uh,
Yeah, definitely has Wall-E vibes.
It is a manga that was adapted a couple times into an anime, but the manga's longer and more in depth. Humanity's on the decline. The world's basically ending after like environmental apocalypse, and it's about this robot girl named Alpha that runs a coffee shop quietly out in the country, and just her little adventures of like shopping or making friends in the apocalypse.
So, but there are still humans in that one?
A few.
Okay, yeah, because the only humans that I've seen in this show are corpses.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, it's one of those, right? But it hits a couple of things. Number one, I like my kind of like sad vibe anime.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's why I love Serial Experiments Lane, because it's a very sad kind of series. It has very like, so the robot girl is adorable.
Mm-hmm.
But like it has these very specific, very functional, chunky robots. Like, you've got one robot who operates the door. That's his sole job, is to open up the door, but he keeps overheating, so they have to keep cooling him down after he opens up a door.
Oh God.
You have a little flycatcher robot. You have the luggage cart as a robot that climbs up the stairs.
I'm looking at him.
Yeah. Adorable show. The aliens are really cool. But it's got this really fun vibe. And I'm only halfway through it right now. But like I really, really recommend this one.
I'm kind of interested, actually. Also, in the chat for our little get together here in the channel, I posted an image of Alpha from YKK and the logo for her little coffee shop, and it is fucking adorable.
Oh, that is cute.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, I'll need to check that one out. But if it sounds like they're kind of on the same wavelength.
I think so.
And we've all seen WALL-E, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you enjoyed WALL-E, there's going to be that kind of same vibe to it where. Yeah, right. No, but I really do suggest taking a look at this one. It's currently on Crunchyroll. It aired in April, and yeah, I think there's only 8 episodes for the whole season right now.
Okay.
But it's one of those things where it takes into account that these are robot characters, so the time span's pretty interesting because it's like 100 years, and then like there's a 50-year gap before the next episode, and so on and so forth.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, highly recommend that one. Other than that, I'm almost done with my Baldur's Gate 3 replay. So I'm having a ton of fun with that. Man, the mods add so much. Like the original game is pretty great, but just the extra encounters are just delicious. Give me more of those. But I've been wanting to check out what is that called? Claire Obscura. Have we heard of that game that just came out?
No.
It might be known as like Expedition 33. It's like Claire Obscura Expedition 33. It looks to be like a really interesting RPG, and I was just
Mike,
because if anyone had played it, maybe Mike had.
No, I'm not familiar with it.
Okay, yeah, I'm looking at that. So I think after I wrap up Baldur's Gate, I will probably jump on that because I've been really enjoying this kind of like time-consuming role play thing.
Yeah, I've pulled it up, and this is nothing I've ever seen.
Okay, like it's apparently a big hit right now. Which,
okay. Well,
yeah,
but it's me. I'm not gonna know about that.
Oh yeah, no, that's cool. I do know that one of the voice actors from Baldur's Gate is in it, though. That's partially why I'm like, okay.
Which one?
Yeah, Jennifer. I think Jennifer English. She does the voice of Shadowheart.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. Because I've been doing a lot of Baldur's Gate stuff, so I've been getting like YouTube shorts, and it's just the voice actors fucking around doing silly voices.
Oh, that's great.
Doing like memes. Like we talked about Wither's Big Naturals before.
Yes, unfortunately.
And then there was one with her doing the I'm God's favorite princess one.
But by the way, in a Spooky Dice Bag, when are we getting Shao Big Naturals? I mean, he has to be put back together semi-frequently, so.
Exactly.
Time.
Yep.
Well, eventually, maybe I'll have to infiltrate a strip club or something.
Yeah, no, you give Shao giant breasts, suddenly Randall and Umber are both like, I'm suddenly really kind of interested in being your friend.
Yeah, that way Shao can go, gazongas.
Oh, God.
Big naturals.
I never want to see boobs again. All right.
Umber would definitely want to play basketball with you. You'd be like his Lola Bunny, like dream crush.
Oh, God. Mike, I need to explain. Shao is basically a zombie.
Okay.
Yeah. My character is basically a monk who died like 7 centuries ago. He's been awake for like 600 years, trapped inside a temple, and only recently got out. Yeah, a little touched.
Just a scotch.
Just a scotch. Okay, well, here's a question for you, Andy. Umbra. Is Umbra sexually attracted to Shell?
Oh God.
I mean, that's not a question for me. That's a question for Umbra. And I can't just channel Umbra. Like, what am I just?
Well,
this is
also,
inside the actor studio. Let me talk to Umbra.
No,
what are Umbra's thoughts on
no,
Shell?
Umbra's not sexually
Yeah.
attracted to Shell. Umbra is like, Umbra has a crush on Shell that it like transcends any of that.
Like he's the cool uncle.
It's like, is this
Yeah.
like Abraham Lincoln and his friend attraction?
Umbra wants to like, Umbra thought he knew what emo was.
Until
And
he
what being
met,
like a just dark son of a bitch was.
and then he
Well, and
met
here's
the
the thing,
undead monk.
7,000-year-old mummy waltzed into his life, and he's like, "Holy shit, this is the coolest."
But here's the
fucking
thing. Shell is not a
guy
dark
version.
dude. He's
Yeah,
so
well,
nice.
Yeah, no, he's not.
There was the whole hat thing.
Yeah, one of my favorite jokes going forward is just the hat thing. Hats and windows. A window is a hat for a house.
God damn it.
There we go. Fuck. Anyway,
Shirts are just hats for your chest.
exactly.
God damn it.
Poor Mike's so confused right now.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know what the heck.
No, that's cool. Yeah, we need to have Mike show up on Spooky at some point as a character. Just
I
to hang out
would
with us.
love that, actually, for Mike to show up as a character.
What class would you play, Mike, if you were on a D&D podcast? What class and race combination would you be?
I don't know, because I usually do different things. I'm not sure.
I still remember that cleric you were that was like kicking doors down.
Oh no,
to
that was a mage.
Oh yeah, he is
Yeah.
kicking doors down to get to the
No.
treasure before the two guys from the church could.
Oh wait, what?
Oh, it's in one of Scott's games.
I don't remember that. I thought you were going to talk about my like ass kicking mage.
Oh yeah, your mage
Like-
that was like an absolute
like
destroyer with
through-
physical combat.
Yeah, through random like just dice rolls. All my magic dice rolls were kind of not good, but all my physical dice rolls always like worked out. So I
Yeah.
could like just like decking people and like
Yeah. Mike was critting with fists as a fucking wizard.
But if I cast magic missile, I'd somehow like shoot myself in the ass.
I cast these fists.
it was 20s or 1s. There was no in between.
But no, the cleric I don't remember. I don't remember
It was
that one.
years ago, but like a
Yeah.
couple of our friends were playing like a cleric and a priest, and like every time we found treasure in the dungeon, they were like, "Well, this has to go to the church."
Oh, yeah.
And your character got so frustrated, he just started running, kicking doors down to get the treasure first.
Yeah, I don't remember what that character was, but
Well, our current party makeup for Spooky is what? We have a monk, we have a cleric, like pure cleric.
Well,
Umbra's a
Pure?
like pure rogue.
Hmm.
yeah, I am a swashbuckler rogue.
We got like
Okay.
2 rogues. Yeah.
And I think we got like 2 warlocks.
I don't know. I know Rangel's a warlock. I don't know. I don't remember what.
What the hell is Forte?
I don't know.
Forte is Forte, and that's
Forte
it.
is Forte.
He
I
doesn't
feel like-
even have a class.
I honestly don't know. It like never comes up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's so fun.
he's there. He has
Seems
magical
insane for,
abilities.
like, yeah.
He's kind of spooky.
Mike, he
Yeah.
has a god inside him because he ate its ass.
Jesus.
You should listen to the show sometime.
Sexually transmitted divine power.
Oh, it's not
Wow.
sexual. He literally ate the ass.
Well, that's
I
kind of
think Forte's
sexual.
like a paladin, maybe?
I don't
No.
think he's a paladin.
Or is he a fight? I don't know.
Forte is a
That's a
forte.
good question we should like ask at some point in the show.
We
Like,
should
Forte, what
probably,
are you?
Yeah. I could probably like go to fucking Roll20 right now and find out.
Right. No, so Mike, how are you with like martial classes?
I mean, I've done a lot. Mostly, not mostly, but I've done, rangers and fighters before.
That's interesting. I wonder what if you were to play a ranger, what race would you pick?
Okay, so the last time I played a ranger, it was a dwarven ranger that fell in love with a centaur NPC.
Oh
Yeah.
hell yeah!
And we kept
God, that would
making
fit in so well.
we kept making jokes about, would you like a stepladder, sir?
Yes. So it needed a stepladder to reach.
Yeah, no, he was riding the centaur not like that, but
Yeah,
like just on-
platonically.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
like
of course.
he just looked happy as a pig in shit.
God, it would be so fun to have Mike there too.
Oh God,
We'll have
Yeah.
to see
Oh,
today.
Yeah, but I think you're bowling at that time, right?
Yeah, haven't the last couple of weeks because just various things have gotten. But usually I'm on Sunday early afternoons. I'm bowling practice.
Guys, we're going into the Feywild. We should talk to our DM and see if like we can get like a guest to join us for just a little bit.
yeah.
We should. Also,
That
I went
would be
bowling
great.
The other day,
Oh,
first. Well, what'd you say? Congratulations.
no. How did it go? Before I say congratulations.
Congratulations. I was gonna say thank you. It went. I got a 157, which I think is pretty good
Yeah,
Mike, is that good?
What is
for me.
he bowled a 157.
Oh yeah, no, that's pretty good.
Oh,
My average currently is like in the mid to high 120s, but
Oh,
I
okay.
can hit like my highest score I've ever hit that I know of was like a 180 something. That was like on fire.
Yeah.
But
He's
yeah,
on fire.
So
Yeah. My other two games, I got like 107. So
yeah.
fair enough.
you
Yeah.
know, but
I
and
retract
then
my
we always
congratulations.
do,
No, it averages out pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we did a left-handed round or a other-handed round because one of us
Oh,
is
Lord.
left-handed. But
Oh boy, how'd
for the
that one go?
last round, like
Yeah.
right before they close,
Mike, do
Yeah.
you do left or right?
So I am normally left-handed. I do a lot of things left-handed. I write left-handed. I shoot left-handed. But bowling, for some reason, some sports, I guess by default or just how I learned, I did do them right-handed. And bowling's one of those things. And I've wondered if I wouldn't do better if I threw left-handed. But unfortunately, I've bought a lot of gear. I have a ball drilled for right hand. I have right-handed shoes. So I'm kind of like stuck at this point.
yeah. Well, yeah.
I'd have to rebuy
That's
a lot of
inexpensive
stuff
for that.
to bowl left-handed.
Yeah.
Huh.
But bowling
Wait, how is it
left-handed
drilled
has
for right-handed.
Hmm?
Like, wouldn't it? How's that different?
So when you actually have a custom drilled ball, they
Yeah.
measure your fingers and everything. If you look at your fingers, so it's like your middle finger and your ring finger, right? And you can see that, your middle finger is longer than your ring finger. So, those holes are not going to be completely equally spaced.
Oh, okay.
So they'll be a little closer. One will be a little closer than the other. And it's not very symmetrical. Like when you're using house balls, they're drilled symmetrically and, they're basically made to be, a one size fits, some.
Yeah.
But I already have like a couple of balls and
I got a couple of balls too.
The shoes thing.
Nice.
That's where I really fucked up the first time. So I had, one ball and I bought a new pair of shoes and I found a great deal on some, pretty good shoes. Problem is that unlike my previous pair of shoes, they are chiral. One is different than the other. So the left shoe has the slidey bit and the right shoe has just all, has regular rubber grip. So and the way you throw is usually slide on your off foot, so the foot that is on the side you're throwing from is the one that's back, and so it's kind of out of the way. So yeah, I wouldn't have to get new shoes to like try throwing left-handed, and I've done some experiments left-handed, but since I've done so much bowling right-handed, that's the way I'm
programmed.
Yeah, the way it's all set up now. It would take as much effort, at least, throwing left-handed to get up to the same speed.
Well, you just have to use like all like house equipment, pretty much.
Yeah, or I have thought about like taking an old ball, getting it re-drilled to left-handed, and just kind of messing with it. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, might as well like fuck around for free with the house stuff, and then if you want to commit,
I haven't like really plateaued too hard yet. So, but the other advantage of throwing left-handed is since the majority of people throw right-handed. So, all right. So, when I first started bowling, I was a straight ball bowler, which is how you're throwing. This isn't a sexual thing. But a preference thing. Yeah. But when you use a house ball, or if you use a kind of budget ball, you basically throw it straight. You throw it and it goes straight down the alley. But if you look at a lot of the pros, they throw what's called a hook ball, which is the grip is a little different in that when the two fingers, they don't go all the way in the ball. They only go like the tips of your fingers go in, probably just to like where your fingernail is.
And again, not a sexual thing.
Yeah. And they have little kind of rubber inserts to like help you grip.
Just a little rubber in the tip. I get it.
Yeah. But when you throw that way, it naturally makes the ball spin, and that spin makes the ball, when it gets, further down the lane, it makes it hook to, so throwing right-handed, it hooks left.
So it's a hooker.
Yeah, that's what I try and do.
And so
with varying results.
You're still talking about bowling, right,
yes.
Andy?
But
yeah.
The hook is there to kind of get past, all the oil. So when you're playing league, if you go to public, bowling, it's going to be a very dry lane. And so the balls are going to react pretty predictably if you're throwing, a straight ball. But the hook balls are kind of like trying to get around all the heavy oil that's usually in the middle when they're doing tournaments and league stuff. The problem is that when those lanes start drying out from a lot of people throwing those hook balls, you start getting dry areas. And so the balls start, hooking harder when they hit that dry patch, because the oil kind of lets the ball slide. But if it hits a dry patch, it like gets traction. And since it's spinning, if you think about it, it's, a spinning wheel gets traction, well, it's going to start shooting off in, that direction.
I'm not surprised that there's all this complexity to bowling, but also I am surprised by it.
Yes.
It just sounds so horny.
Yeah. And so this is a long way to say that a left-handed bowler usually gets more consistency because there are less left-handed bowlers. So the left-hand side of the lane is usually the oil is undisturbed.
Gotcha.
So that the left-handers usually can be more consistent, whereas everybody on the right-hand side, as the lane starts drying out, that's why you see a lot of right-handed bowlers. They'll have like 2, 3, 4 different balls, and as the night goes on, they'll switch to their balls that are more dry lane friendly.
Oh yeah, you got to take care of them dry lane with your balls.
Yeah, when the lanes get dry, you got to be careful of your balls.
Yeah.
Do people oil their balls? And I'm not saying that as like a joke, but like.
So no, because part of the rules is you cannot apply anything to your ball during.
You can't apply things to your balls while you're playing with your balls.
Yeah, and you can't even like per the rules, if you're in like a league that is, sanctioned, you're not allowed to even clean. You can wipe your ball, but you can't apply like a cleaner to your ball in the middle of the match. You can do it right before, but once you start play, you can't like use like a cleaner, because there are cleaners that you can get that'll help get the oil out of the ball. Because you think about it, the plastic will kind of absorb a little bit of oil.
Mm-hmm.
And so as it absorbs oil, it just doesn't have as much traction. So
But
they'll-
like for those 10 frames, you are like whatever the balls you started with, that's how they are for all 10.
You say 10 frames. Oh, no. We're talking league night. So we're doing 3 games a night. So,
Lord.
so you're doing 30 frames.
Oh, so not even in between games you can't. Like,
Oh, no. So, but that's why a lot of guys have, extra balls. It's not just genetics. Some girls have extra balls too. Can't discriminate on gender.
Yeah.
Nope.
Ladies can have as many balls as men.
And with that note,
Yeah, are you enjoying your segment, David?
no, absolutely. I did have like one last question. That's all right.
go for
question
it.
about the D&D thing. But,
yeah. What's that?
Oh yeah.
So I was gonna say, like, okay, say the unthinkable happens. Kevin, Andy, your character dies, and you have to roll a new character.
Mm-hmm.
What are you rolling?
No, I won't say that.
Oh,
You
superstition.
said to say- No, I'm not saying that. All right, fine. I'll play along.
No. I mean, you don't have to if you're gonna be a freak about it.
No, I'll play along.
Okay.
I don't
Kev?
I don't really know. I haven't.
Obviously, all are connected to your characters, and that's the unthinkable, right?
Well, I mean, after that teleport thing earlier today, I thought that was going to be something I had to do this weekend, is roll up a new character. When I fucking teleported in halfway through a wall.
Fucking Cronenberg bit.
Fucking thank God for matter displacement. Anyway, I don't know. It would not be another Dragonborn. I don't know. Maybe I'd like do homage to like one of our friends' characters and do like a halfling in the style of a Kinder from Dragonlance and make like the most annoying creature ever born. He had a character named Lactose the Intolerable.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he had like sleep darts. Mike, you remember Lactose, right?
God, that was such an annoying character.
Yep, and that was the game where I was playing my I was playing my cow mage.
Oh boy.
He was a mage and he wore Holstein skin robes.
Of course.
He had like a silver cow teat around his neck. It was a very bad game.
It makes me appreciate Randall for being like a somewhat serious character, but also still quirky, but also like legitimately interesting, compelling character.
Oh, well, thank you. I think all of us have interesting characters. Mike is God, I love when Mike does play RPGs. He plays some of my favorite characters from my Call of Cthulhu game I was running.
I want to play that.
Like Frank Howitzer Rigby with his shotgun of smiting. Like he went up against the fucking Migo with a shotgun, and they're supposed to like I don't remember what happened. I just remember he was able to just liquefy him. And another time he played another character. An ex-mafioso named Vinny Two Thumbs Santiago. And my favorite moment with Vinny was, I was getting everybody to declare what equipment they were going in with. Like, okay, Paul, what have you got? And he's like, well, I got my Molotov cocktails and I got my garden gnome, because he was playing a homeless guy who was out of his fucking mind. And I go down the list. I get the mic. I'm like, all right, Vinny, what you packing? And Mike goes, my swinging dick. Fucking killed all. Like, we had to stop for a minute. Christ.
I mean, I can't take full credit for that. I got it from Firefly.
Sure. But that was also the one where I had the candelabra-looking creature y'all were going to go up against, and you just, instead of going in and dealing with it, you just burn the fucking building down.
Yeah. Well, we were scared. What'd you expect? You scared us so much.
Yeah.
Like, you built it up so much. We're like, fuck it, we're not going after that.
Yeah, they just ran out of the building and threw Molotov cocktails until there was nothing left.
I mean, that's a strategy.
It is, and it worked. And people have always been like, "You're the DM. You could have stopped him." I was like, I was so shocked. I was like, "Okay, fuck it, fuck my plans. I don't care." Creative thinking wins.
Andy, where did you land?
Yeah, I think probably. I think I'd be like a barbarian, and just be like, and like really lean into it. Like lean into the. I'd kind of be like the dumb jock of the school, since we're doing like Strixhaven, like it's a college themed.
Yeah.
I think I would just be a dumb barbarian that wanted to Hulk smash everything.
You're
what race?
In all senses.
Yeah.
What race, you'd be on the sports team, and like you're a communications major, and it's just a sham degree.
Yeah, more or less.
So are you thinking orc or?
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah, probably. Why not? I've had for those who've listened or well, for anyone, I am a changeling, so I sometimes take the form of an orc, and those are the most fun. I've had the most fun in my orcish form, I think.
Yeah, the drums was
out
amazing.
Of anything. So yeah.
Yeah, when you got up there and like just wailed on those drums, and then went back up there, and everybody was like, he's past his prime now.
Yeah. It's your ups and downs.
Yep.
As an orc. What was it? I was Steve Orkel, and then I became Stefan Orkel,
and then Orkbra.
Orkbra.
Because you were a different orc.
Very creative name.
Well, my favorite name we've done so far was fucking Dwumbra.
Dwumbra, the
dwarf
not DiGiorno,
or the don't get me started with the fucking Giorno. I can't do that.
When was that?
We had were you?
You weren't there.
Oh shit!
Oh no, you weren't. So we all have like nicknames. I actually have them literally in this notebook, 1 page away. So for the Feywild, like how we can't say our real names and everything.
Oh right, yeah.
Umbra was like, I was like, since my dad is Jeff, noted weird other character, I'm Jefferson. Forte is already like Forte. That's already not his name.
Yeah.
So Astrid is Distra.
Oh yeah.
Shell Noctis is Shin Solaris.
Mm-hmm.
And then and then like we were trying to come up with Deliverance, and David said, "It's not Deliverance.
It's DiGiorno, right?"
Yep.
Oh Christ.
Yeah, Andy fucking died for like 5 minutes.
I love when that
I
happens.
had to like turn my camera off. I was like, Jesus fucking Christ. Like, it's not Deliverance, it's DiGiorno. It was right there. I was embarrassed I didn't think of it, but I was so glad that somebody did. Like
I've sniped you a couple of times.
Yeah.
I still feel like when we do that, Randall's name is just every time is going to be a different name from Space Mutiny.
Yeah. I mean,
like Slab Bulkhead. And
well, you're currently Joey Bag of Donuts.
That's right. I am Joey Bag of Donuts.
Yeah.
Well, I think we go ahead and do a break here. But I think Kevin, you got to get your podcast cheese, right?
Not tonight. I'm gonna get something else.
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, so we'll take a quick break, and then we'll be back with a couple more segments and a game.
Woo!
Ooh, here.
Yeehaw. Hey man, what's got you off in your phone there?
Oh, just going through all the funny Mothman memes and supernatural shit posts I've been wanting to share. I just don't know where to put the posts yet.
Don't you know about the Supernatural Selection Discord?
We have a Discord?
Yeah, for years, dude. Where have you been?
Can people chat with the hosts and get previews of upcoming episodes and generally post funny shit as much as they want with other listeners?
I mean, if that's your bag, I mean, personally, I wouldn't do that, but there are even live streaming events for the shows there, too. You've been in a few. How do you not know this stuff?
It must have been my doppelganger. How do I get into the Discord?
It's easy. Just visit discord.supernaturalselectionpod.com. Now say that 3 times fast.
Well, that's perfect. Now I can share 3 terabytes of Hollow Earth memes. Get it? Terabytes.
Never mind. Forget I said anything. Just don't do that. You should definitely not visit discord.supernaturalselectionpod.com to join the Discord. Don't. We don't want you there.
Too late. I'm already posting my alien abduction fan fiction with the general chat.
Join the hosts and listeners of Supernatural Selection on the official Discord. Just visit discord.supernaturalselectionpod.com.
Okay, hello, welcome back to the Distraction Hole. So then there were 2.
Bum, bum, bum.
So we are going to.
I cede to Andy.
Okay. So
Yeah.
there's no dice roll on this one.
Nope, Andy's going next.
I was gonna cede to Kevin.
Nope, sorry.
That's like
Okay,
so
roll a
nice of
d20.
you.
Roll a
like-
d20.
And
1
who-
through 10 is Andy.
No,
11 through
no.
20 is Kevin.
Andy, you got your dice with you, right?
I do.
We're gonna do a roll off then.
Oh,
Okay.
rollies.
Oh, a roll off, as in just like the higher d20.
Yep. If actually, hang on, let me get my other set because I can't get the D20 out of that case. What the fuck? That's
Sure.
okay. I'm pulling out my metal D20 because I'm hardcore, yo.
You know he's serious now.
Oh fuck.
I want to be
I
hardcore, but
expect
my
to
mom
hear
won't let me.
this.
Well, it's on a mat, so you won't. Actually, hang on. Yep,
No,
no, everything's.
I said what I said. I expect to hear this.
All right, motherfucker. Hang on. Let me get my tray. Here we go. All right.
you
What'd you roll?
That's a 10.
I rolled a 5.
Ooh.
All right, Andy, you're up.
No, that means I get to pick.
No, that means you go first.
All right, fine. I'll go. Yeah, like I was saying, like a little bit when we were off air, I guess, over the break. Wasn't quite sure really what to bring for this because Kevin just invited me earlier today, and I was like, hell yeah, let's do it. But yeah, I guess like the only things I've really been doing lately are gaming and driving around aimlessly. So I could kind of I could talk about either of those.
Well, like I told
okay.
you, I love the whole driving around thing. You know?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I do have one question.
Okay.
You say gaming, like, so do you play games outside of Spooky?
Oh, yeah. Just gaming, like playing different things on Steam.
Okay.
For the time being, it's been Schedule 1, which I believe we also talked about briefly
Mhm.
Off air. But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much that. And then, yeah, as I said, I guess, like, yeah, driving around is probably the more interesting of the two things to talk about.
Oh, hell yeah.
I guess. Is it? Question mark.
No,
Now that I
it
said
is.
I'm like,
I
Yeah.
mean,
anything?
so one thing that's great about California, now y'all have very kind of like flat landscapes out where you are, right?
No.
No.
Well, no, not
No.
you, Andy, but what about you, Kevin?
No.
Not really. I mean, it's
Oh, okay.
It's so okay. I come from Louisiana, and that is
Okay.
flat. That is
Mhm.
all like alluvial,
Mhm.
sediment from the Mississippi River. It is fucking flat as hell. So when I first came to Mississippi, when we moved up here, I was like, "Holy shit! The ground goes up."
Yeah.
I literally rode in a car. I remember riding in a car as a kid, going up hills, going like, "Wow, my stomach feels weird."
Man, when I moved to Jackson, the first thing I thought is I missed the hills. Like, we have hills and dips and stuff like that around Jackson, but like Vicksburg has like hills
Cliffs.
that will kill lesser cars.
Yeah.
So
I was gonna say,
I
like,
didn't really know that about Mississippi because I
Oh.
usually
Yeah.
associate, like, I think the only times I've ever driven through Mississippi was to go to and from New Orleans from either Knoxville
Right.
or Chattanooga.
well, like North Mississippi's a delta and it's flat as fuck. But like you get down around here in Natchez, it's like everything's on a bluff.
Okay, yeah, I guess I could see that.
Yeah,
I guess the reason I asked was like because the roads out here where I live would like blow your fucking mind if you like to drive.
Oh yeah, no,
Because yeah, like I kind of live at the foot of a mountain that kind of like chops up between like the inland and then the high desert, right? So I've got like mountains, and I live basically inside a bowl right now.
Right.
So to get out of my area, I always have all these very fun, curvy little paths. So I feel like if you like driving, some of the roads out here are just fucking gorgeous.
there's two places
I
I would
would.
really like to take my motorcycle, and then one of them is Dragon's Tail in the Carolinas, and the other one is
Yep, that's
California.
near me. Well, near-ish.
Yeah,
And the other one's, what was the second one? Sorry.
somewhere in California area.
Yeah.
It
There
seems to have
there
some
is
really
a
nice-
mountain town, the mountain that's just east of me, called Idlewild, and the road up there is so fucking fun to drive. Mike,
yeah,
you would love it.
Heck,
I'm familiar with, yeah.
I used to watch a YouTube channel. I forget what it was called, but it was just a guy that would go out with his cameras somewhere in the California hills and just film motorcycles and cars, like driving this one road. Can't remember what the road was, but it was pretty infamous in that it was pretty tricky, and a lot of people would have minor accidents there.
Yeah, most of this road that I'm talking about is like it's 2 lanes, right?
Yeah.
On the edge of the mountain as you're kind of winding up it. It is, and then it starts going from like, because you actually drive through like it's not like a big national forest, right? But it's a small one, but it's still like it's enough to where like there's like a big bluff that has a waterfall. There's the just the pine trees and everything like that. It gets really, really nice. That's one thing, I love driving in California. I just don't like driving in traffic.
Yeah.
I mean,
Sure.
everything that you just said, it sounds like exactly like here. Like we are also like we're in especially like Chattanooga and Knoxville to a somewhat lesser extent. We're also kind of like in a bowl. Like Tennessee is split into 3 parts. There's like Middle Tennessee, East Tennessee, West Tennessee. Middle and West Tennessee are flat, or like, Middle Tennessee is up on a plateau that kind of like very gradually tapers off toward the Mississippi River as you get toward like Memphis. And then like we're down in a valley, and then the rest of East Tennessee is like kind of on the border with North Carolina is the mountains, the Smokies, etc. And so like, yeah, where I am, like in Chattanooga, is very southeast. So like in a little like kind of valley between the plateau and the other mountains. And yeah, like the drive that I took the other day matched what you were saying almost to a T. Like it's like 1 lane either way. You go through what we call the gorge. It's the Ocoee River Gorge. Where actually like Atlanta, when they had the 96 Olympics, the like river events were on the Ocoee, so partly in Tennessee, and part of it's in like it's interesting too, because like in Tennessee it's called the Ocoee, and as soon as you go into Georgia it's called the Tocoa. And it's like they're based off the same word, but they both like borrowed a different version of it or something. I don't know exactly, but
Yeah,
it's some weird geopolitical nonsense, but yeah, look, like it, and half of it is cliffs kind of to your I guess like to the north of you, yeah, and then to the south is kind of the river. Like waterfalls, like you said. I'm so stoked because I have a dash cam, and
Oh, that's cool.
on the way back, I mean, one, it's just like really pretty footage, but on the way back, I had to stop because there was a mama black bear and a baby bear, like
Oh,
in
shit.
the. It's like one of the rare parts where there is a median, like in the road, and so in like 2 lanes,
Mhm.
and so like yeah, the bears were stopped there, and I had to like slam on my brakes, stop, and like put on my flashers. I like even like held my hand out the window just so like the car that was kind of coming up around the curve would like see it too. And the mama bear and like baby bear like like went off back to the side and everything and like went like up a cliff more or less. And yeah, no, but it was crazy pretty. And pretty much like yeah, sounds very similar like landscape wise to what you're talking about. Obviously southeast, southwest a little different.
Right.
Yeah. I'm gonna send a picture of we recently like lost a road up there. Well, I by recently I mean like 2 years ago,
Oh shit.
but it was
Okay.
notable enough. But you can see that picture.
Yikes.
And
Yeah.
Wow.
and that's pretty high up there. Not quite at the pine tree line, but still, it's just like damn. Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, that definitely cut into getting up there for a while.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
But no, yeah, man, just I've been just like driving around like I lost my job somewhat recently, and instead of like just like I don't know, getting well, not that I haven't been upset about it, but like the day afterwards I was like, "You know what? I'm just going to drive somewhere." And I found like the Cherokee Removal Memorial
Oh.
Park.
Oh, that's that's like cool and depressing.
Because like
Right.
because Chattanooga's like right at the start of the Trail of Tears, or like one of the routes anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which yeah, and I was like, I like joked to myself. I was like, man, I guess like if I thought I had it bad, like losing my job.
Are you a silent driver or do you have music or what do you do?
Usually music, although music or podcasts, it kind of
Right.
depends on the mood. I think I'd podcast that day, but
Do you have a driving mix?
yes.
Oh, okay. What's on it?
Oh god,
I want a complete rundown. No, I'm
Oh,
kidding.
god damn it.
God,
No, just I'm
honestly,
sure you got a
mostly
couple
stuff from high
songs.
I
school.
want every
Mostly-
track and why you chose it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's mostly stuff from high school because that's
Oh,
when
okay.
I
Well,
started driving, learned to drive, all that.
yeah,
So
no. Yeah,
there's a lot of the Strokes. There's Eve 6 Open Road song, which I'm a
Mm.
huge Eve 6 fan.
Gotcha.
Much slept on band, although they had their Twitter resurgence.
Mhm.
Yeah, God, I don't know. Yeah, probably a lot of like what I was into in high school was like the bands
Yeah.
from the early 2000s.
The Killers.
Yeah. The
How
Hive.
many times have you listened to Mr. Brightside in your life?
Oh, too many. Although that's
Um,
anybody. That's anybody's answer. It's too many, but
Right.
still.
I
I do
prefer
miss.
I prefer the song Human. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, Human's fantastic. I love Human.
Is that? Oh yeah. Or are we
Yeah.
dancing?
Yeah.
Or Are We
Yeah.
Dancer?
Yeah.
I do miss having my long commute. When I was going to grad school, I had to drive from like the Inland Empire into San Diego County.
Yeah.
And it was about I could do the drive to my university in about 45 minutes, which gave me time to listen to a couple of podcasts.
Mm.
And I miss having that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think, honestly, part of the reason, like, because I've been work from home for forever, like,
Mhm.
for at least the last 5 years, and naturally listen to a lot of podcasts here. And now I am not working from home or from anywhere, so I'm like, oh shit, where am I gonna listen to podcasts? I guess I'm gonna like just take a pretty drive, and like
Yeah.
with exceptions for like it's been a little bit rainy the last week, but like it's been pretty nice weather and just like nice to kind of get out. And like
Oh, yeah.
I fortunately not that it's cheap, but compared to a lot of the country, gas is pretty cheap here, so that
Yeah.
doesn't hurt.
Right.
necessarily.
How much is gas over where you're at?
When I filled up today. It was like $2.40 a gallon.
Well, it's
Jesus
actually
Christ.
cheaper here, or cheaper than here. My bad. It's like
What's it there?
It's between $2.59 and $2.69. I'm kind of blanking on which
Yeah.
specifically.
Well, it's also like just like kind of cheaper in the part of town I live. Like I've seen, I think like
Right.
$2.55 somewhere in town, but yeah. But anyway,
So
doesn't
we're above $4.50 over here.
Fuck.
What?
Yeah.
hurt. Why?
So
Ow.
you have a bicycle then, right?
Wait.
No,
are you
I
talking
drive.
What
I
the-
drive.
Are we pounds, liters? What?
Is it?
No, it's
Kilograms?
gallons of gas. I don't know.
Jesus.
Let me see if Gas Buddy has the current price. Because I don't remember what I paid yesterday for filling up. See what the
While you do
local.
that, I'm going to. I think my wife's going to bed, so I'm going to close the door over here. I'll be right
Okay.
back.
Yeah, no worries. I cannot find the current gas, but yeah, I paying on average about $4.40 to $4.50 a gallon.
Right.
So, yeah, California gas is always so. Like as much as I like driving, I try not to drive a lot.
Yeah. I haven't done the driving thing in a long time. I used to do it every weekend that I could, and I know when we lived in Clinton, I worked up in this part of town, or actually further north. And the easiest way for me to get from Clinton to my job was to jump on the Natchez Trace, which is a scenic parkway. And I just put music or a podcast on, and that was a great drive. I adored that drive.
Just don't
That
speed
just
on
Trace
that.
sounds like a whiskey or something. I don't know.
It does, but it's like an old.
Kevin, that could be our whiskey. Natchez Trace.
Actually, I still want to do a tequila and call it El Blanco Nino.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah.
Love it.
Oh man, there's a great picture of Mike. There's a great picture of Mike, the film gauge, and one of our managers at a whiskey distillery in like a rick house, and they're all standing around. It looks like an album cover, so I made an album cover.
Oh yeah, that was at the Buffalo Trace Distillery.
Yeah, I called their band the Whiskey Thieves, and the album was called Hammerin' Bungholes. Anyway,
man. Oh, dude, I went to. This is not related to driving, but related to travel. And have you guys been to Salem, Massachusetts? This sounds like some.
I
want to.
I don't think I've ever left the South except to on a flight from inexplicably Southwest went from Florida to Baltimore, Maryland to Jackson instead of going directly. And that's the only time. That's the furthest north I've ever been, and it was just because reasons.
Right, yeah, things beyond your control.
Because fucking Southwest.
Fucking budget airline
Yeah.
reasons.
There's an amazing. I mean, one obviously, if you get a chance to go to Salem, go.
Yeah.
Full stop. But while you're there is a liquor store called Bunghole, the Bunghole.
Fantastic.
I think I can't remember if it literally says Bunghole Liquors out front or the Bunghole
Yes.
liquor store. But,
Oh, that's amazing.
and it's
Awesome.
got this it's not only it's a really funny thing to take your picture in front of, but
Oh,
it's
yeah.
also I think it's somewhat historic. It used to be a speakeasy at some point,
Oh,
during
yeah.
Prohibition, and the bunghole is a part of a ship, and so obviously Salem is coastal, has this maritime history, and there's something to do with some ship captain opened a speakeasy there or something and called it the Bunghole. But
Nice.
Love it.
anytime
Love it so
I
much.
hear that word,
Well, it's
all I
like
can-
it's like Dusty is from a small town called it's supposed to be pronounced Viner because it's founded by a bunch of Germans. So there's this sign that says now entering Wiener,
right.
and everybody calls it Wiener. And there's a great sign because there's a section of highway that passes it called the Wiener Cutoff. So I've got a great photo of me somewhere in front of the wiener sign, just pointing
So if
at
you
my
need to
crotch.
Navigate.
Yeah. But yeah, fun name.
Oh man.
Well, I mean, that's one thing I'll say about losing a job is for a little bit there, it's great to have a vacation.
Yeah, it's I'm fortunate to be in the position that I am, like where I'm married and like we're a dual income or work,
Right.
but so I don't pretend it's this easy for everyone, but
No. Yeah.
it has been kind of a nice little break for trying to get back into the swing of things. And
Yeah,
hopefully like I'm looking up and like trying to be like, hey, novel idea, maybe this time I get a job doing something I like.
Yeah.
Or at least even more novel, at least don't hate.
Hey,
Yeah, I mean,
that's the fun part.
Well, like try to enjoy it as much as you can, what you can enjoy, but yeah, you're gonna land on your feet.
Yeah. I'll be all right.
Yeah. But well, what about road snacks? Do you have a preference?
Oh man, it's growing up. It was always peach rings. I don't know why, but that's just like what my dad's family is from, like Northeast Ohio, like Cleveland area, and we would always drive up there. I think twice a year around Thanksgiving and in the summer. Peach rings both times. So those are kind of like a tradition. Yesterday or the other day, the day in question, whenever it was, Friday, I guess. It was actually very similar to peach rings. I had like gummy savers or like lifesaver gummies or whatever.
Delicious.
Like now that I'm thinking about it, pretty much the same fucking thing.
I love
Usually
gummies.
I'm a beef jerky fan. I'm a fan of like bugles. Yeah, those are my usual.
You're speaking my language.
Right
I
on.
always get like not a slim. Well, we'll get a Slim Jim, but those packets that have like the meat sausage looking version of like a Slim Jim, and then like a block of yellow stuff that's typically labeled as cheddar flavor cheese food. Yeah, that's my road trip food. That and bugles.
I think I don't think it was Friday, but I think I did have one of those Saturday.
Hey, there you go.
You got anything else, Andy?
Oh, not much, man. Just just the concept of driving around if it's doable in your area.
It can be a lot of fun. That's
Definitely.
For sure. Yeah.
All right. Well, Kevin, you're up.
Okay. All right. Well, we've been having a lot of fun here tonight talking about stuff.
Oh, no.
That ends now. No. No, here's the thing. I have had a really bad couple of weeks mental health wise. And just, let's be honest about it. It's been pretty bad. And I got a fantastic book called I Hate Myself. Okay. Now, before you react to that title, it is about dealing with self-loathing as a separate mental health issue from depression, which is very useful because, like, all my therapists have always been like, well, your self-loathing is a symptom of your depression. Not really. It's more of I have self-loathing and I have depression. And it's a matter of dealing with it. And I've been digging into that, and it's been really interesting. It's like if you have mental health problems involving self-loathing, I highly recommend you find the book, I Hate Myself. Don't just Google the term, I hate myself.
Well, who's the author?
That's a good question. Let me get my
help.
phone. Hang on one moment. It was Jose McGillicuddy? No, just a second.
Joey Bag of Donuts.
Joey Bag of Donuts, you talented bastard. Okay. Blaze Aguirre.
Huh.
Blaise, and then the last name is Aguirre.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I really thought you were like Blaze.
Yeah, blazing. No, but it's really well done, and they talk to a lot of people dealing with self-loathing issues, and I'm reading it going, I got that. Hey, I do that.
Yeah,
I
two
do
of
that.
those.
Yeah,
One of those where you're like, check. Ah, fuck.
yeah, and but
Get
then
on WebMD.
and then there's like one where I'm like, what was it, Mike? I was telling you about it. Oh, right, where it says, you pretend to be interested in things so you can try to fit in with other people. I'm like, I do not do that. In fact, I avoid things I enjoy. I have like the exact opposite of that. So that's like the one thing I don't have in that book so far.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And I haven't really been writing, obviously. So
It happens, like having that kind of like burst of energy and then like something derails it.
Yeah, I'm going to try to get back to it and just write, even though it's not going to be that great.
I mean, well, don't say that.
Well, I mean, I know it won't because I'm kind of out of it right now, but like, this is a first draft.
Yeah, fair.
It's supposed to suck right now.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. I just that's the other thing is I've accepted that this first draft is gonna be a mess.
I mean, but every author starts there, right? Every author starts there.
Right. Yeah.
So you're fine.
Yeah. I currently have 12 people that have agreed to read the book, and I don't know that any of them are reading it right now. So
You're on my list.
No,
You're
it's
on my
okay.
list.
It's okay. It's not specifically y'all. It's the other 10 people out there in the world outside of Spooky Dice Bag where I'm like, really? All of you? It's yeah.
Some free time just opened up for me, so I should.
I noticed. I noticed that.
Hey, it all worked out.
I'll honestly,
No,
I'll go to it tomorrow.
I am legitimately not trying to guilt anybody.
Oh,
here.
no,
I just
of
think
course
it's
not.
I know
amusing.
that's
No,
not a-
sometimes I literally need that reminder. You know what I mean?
Sure.
yes,
Because then I end up
exactly.
playing too much Baldur's Gate 3.
Exactly.
Is there such a thing, though?
I mean, technically, yes, if I'm not reading your thing.
Well, I mean, it's one of those things where I kind of see it as a learning thing where it's like, oh, this is what it's like. Okay, this is what writing is like. Where it's like, I'll read it. No, I won't.
This is what trying to get feedback from people that say they're my friends is.
Well,
It's like
besides,
pulling fucking teeth. No,
yeah. Honestly, besides that, this week I started listening to Welcome to Night Vale from the beginning because I got part of the way through it. Like, God, I think I stopped listening in like 2017, 2018. And like I just started over and like now I'm plowing through and like, wow, there's a lot.
I've never listened to this, but it's come highly recommended several times. Although, again, not in a while, I guess. But
Yeah, I mean,
D&D, like, what is it exactly?
Okay, so imagine that there's a town where all the conspiracy theories are true, and you're listening to the community radio show on NPR.
Gotcha. Okay, got it.
And
It
it's
does sound like a cool concept.
oh, it
and
is.
now the weather.
Yeah. The weather is basically just a musical interlude every week. But like here's the deal. I found Night Vale because of Tumblr, which is probably the worst way to learn about anything.
Oh,
Because it's all about beautiful, perfect Carlos.
Well, God, what was it? What was that, Andy?
I said that does sound like some Tumblr ass shit.
It is.
It is.
It is.
Yes.
It is super gay in a good way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think like several of the characters were like the Tumblr sexy man for a while
Yeah,
because that's the whole thing.
yeah.
Hell
But
yeah.
like, I was on Tumblr and I kept getting all these posts about Night Vale. I was like, I remember I posted on social media going, "What the fuck is a Night Vale?" And I ended up listening to the first episode, and like right from the beginning, where Cecil was going, the city council would like to announce the opening of the new dog park in the center of town. Dogs are not allowed in the dog park. People are not allowed in the dog park. Do not think about the dog park. I was like, I'm there. This is the best
Okay.
show I've heard in a while.
Yeah, that sounds up my alley.
Yeah, it's like dark horror, but it's also like a dark comedy.
Yeah.
Right.
Have y'all listened to Hello from the Magic Tavern?
I have not all of it, but like I've listened to the
okay, no,
first
that's fair.
couple seasons before.
Yeah, I need to catch
Is
up
it-
with that again.
Similar in
It's-
in
So
form?
this guy fell through a magic portal behind a Burger King in Chicago and found himself in the magical land of Foon. And he had his podcasting equipment with him. And there's a wizard
Wait, is
that.
that real?
What?
No, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry.
Man, you threw me for a loop there for a second. It's late.
Like this is gonna probably trip him up. Oh,
Yeah.
yes, go on.
But like he is he's stuck in this magical world with his podcasting equipment, and there's a wizard using a lightning spell to keep it charged, and he's getting a very weak signal from the Burger King Wi-Fi. So he's putting out
And
a
his other co-host,
podcast.
the shapeshifter.
Yeah,
This sounds amazing.
yeah.
It's
Chunt the shapeshifter, and oh my God, what's the
Usador,
wizard?
wizard of the 12th realm of Ephesius, master of light and shadow, manipulator of magical delights, devourer of chaos, champion of the great halls of Tarakas. The elves know me as Fian Yelik. The dwarves know me as Zonin Hootstanges, and I have many other names
Hoobastank.
that I shall not tell you.
Hoobastank.
Stop it. Stop it. Gas my anus.
The fact that he has two assholes?
For a while, then he gets 3.
Oh, I thought
You know,
Chunt
even though
had
it's
3.
structurally. Well, I think because Usador wizards can add assholes if they want, but it's 3 is like structurally unsound.
Now we're getting into the deep lore of this show here, all right?
The chunt for Red October, where they feed the vampires.
Oh God. No, it's great. There's actually a lot of there's been a couple times where I'm sitting here going, this is like this is Cookie from You Don't Know Jack.
Yeah, a lot of improv comedians on there.
Yeah.
Well, improv comedians is redundant, but no, it's from the Jackbox crew, but a bunch of MST3K folks.
Oh, really? I haven't gotten to that.
Yeah, one of the lead, I think it's the Tom Servo performer writer, Tom Ryder or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been on Magic Tavern a lot.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah. Like Felicia Day was on it.
That's not a shock.
Yeah, there's you'd be surprised at like some of the names that they pull. I guess they are working on an animated series. Too.
Oh, Christ.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, Mike used to listen to podcasts more frequently when he had a job that allowed him to do so.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
When you're working overnight security and you're there all by yourself, except for
Zoo animals.
zoo animals or buildings, you had more podcasting time.
Yeah.
Yeah. But dude, if I could synthesize those two things, both that series of tales and my talk about traveling earlier, I mentioned in the Discord, like in the server, that I got you a book.
Yes. I'm really looking forward to the book.
Yeah, so I got this on my travel day on Friday.
Yeah.
And it is called, and it's kind of like you were talking about, similar-ish.
Yeah.
A collection of tales. It's called It Came from the Trailer Park. And it's got 3 shotgun shells down below that, so I
see
assume
that.
that means it's volume 3.
I'm looking at it and I'm like, I swear David may have tried to get one of these guys on the show at one point.
That makes sense. I was gonna just like briefly read the table of contents, which is like
The titles.
yeah, all the little the short titles. Like
Sure.
God, also it is way high on the page. They needed to format this much better. But
The-
anyway,
Yeah.
so the first one, well, there's opening words of wisdom, which honestly, you don't want to go without those.
Sure.
Trailer Park Dracula is the
Oh.
first book.
Yeah. We were talking
we've
about that
got-
episode of the X-Files.
Is it right? Right? Then we've got Roach Motel.
Oh, God.
The Ballad of Esmeralda Calhoun,
Oh, Christ.
which does sound uniquely Southern.
It
Um,
sounds very Georgia.
Yeah, old like coastal South or something.
Esmeralda. I'm from Georgia.
Oh God, don't do that.
I
the
do that
next
at
one is
work,
even-
right, Mike?
I felt that in my ears, and I didn't like it.
It's from Georgia.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
David's getting a little flustered there.
I see that. Are you getting all hot and bothered?
Yeah, bothered for sure.
Sorry, continue.
If you weren't already bothered, the next one is called Pixie Dusted.
Oh, God.
Then we have Jiggle Joint of the Damned, which honestly, I'm
I
sure
would
is
have
worth all 30 pages.
I would have
like,
bought the book for that alone.
right? One just called Consequences. The next one is in quote. None of the other ones are in quotes except for this one, and it's "We have wang doodles at home."
What the fuck?
So if you're gonna buy it for any of them, I'd buy it for that.
Okay.
We got wang doodles at home.
We've got "I sold my soul to the company store." We've
Okay.
got a few boring ones. We've got "The River's End," "The Bucket," "The Lonely Road," and then we've got "Taco and Sass Repossess Darkness."
What the fuck?
I don't know, but I do love that the last three words end in, oh no, not ass, but S, two S's anyway.
Right.
Oh wait, maybe I don't like that.
Darkness.
Dark
And
Nass.
then 22 Mine Road is the closer. Which I
Okay.
think like the bar that I got it at, they mentioned that they were in one of the stories. It might be that 22 Mine Road one.
Probably.
Because I
Interesting.
think that is the main road through that town. But
Well,
anyway.
what I'm truly excited about is the She Squatch.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
if that didn't interest you.
Bigfoot in heels.
Yeah, the heels and the handbag.
Good.
And the little, like, I don't know. There's a little bit of an extra flourish on the hair, too.
Yeah, a little bit.
And then, but yeah, this is also from the same place. So expect those soon.
Awesome. I cannot wait. I look forward to anything that gets sent to me. It makes me feel special.
I know,
You know,
I feel
it's
kind of
nice to
one
get
note-
shit in the mail.
Yeah.
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 I do feel kind of one note sending you so much Sasquatch, like Bigfoot stuff. But,
You throw them off,
like, I don't
man.
know. It's the stuff that I see the most of.
Yeah.
It reminds me of y'all.
Oh, yeah, and I appreciate that. Yeah, we were gonna try to get Ruth on, but she's like really tired, and like I really want to see how Mike reacts to the person that sent me the gin book. Because, man, that has been certainly a source of entertainment.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my god. Yeah.
yeah, we read some more of that this week. It'll be up on Tuesday.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Oh boy. So yeah, basically Night Vale and mental health is about all I've been doing.
Which isn't a good combination
No,
when you think
no, it is
about
a terrible combination, man. Now I have been listening to they've started a new series on last podcast. They're actually covering the assassination of Lincoln.
Oh,
And God, there's something Henry said as John Wilkes Booth's father, Whereas something like, you will make a wonderful capsule for my seed.
Oh,
I was like, that is the worst pickup line I have ever heard.
And I just wrote that down for Umbra.
Yes. Oh, please.
fuck.
Can't wait for that episode. That's when we get removed from podcast services. Oh, man. Somebody's going to hear it and be like, nope. We will get our D&D license revoked somehow.
Fucking
Right.
bridge too far.
Yeah.
Well, we can switch to Pathfinder then.
We get a letter from Wizards of the Coast.
Paizo will let us do anything.
Yep. They don't care. Oh, God.
Oh,
Ethan D&Desist.
love it.
Oh, I wish I had thought of that.
I'm doing that for the episode title.
Cease and desist. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So yeah, that's about all I've been up to lately. I hate to say it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Is that the end of your segment, Kevin?
yeah, that's pretty much it, man.
That's
Well,
all
I
I
know
has to
we're-
say about that.
Hey, Kevin here. Hope you're enjoying the episode.
Hey, who are you talking to, Kevin?
Listeners of our shows, I also want to let them know that if they're enjoying what we've been doing, they can support us on Patreon.
Oh, Patreon. Were you going to tell them about the early episodes? Also, Patreon exclusive episodes that can be found there too?
Well, yeah, I was going to do the
oh
whole
yeah, and then there's the other cool stuff, including art, merch for subscribers, like tote bags, hoodies, shirts, mugs.
Yeah, and I
Can you
was
believe people
gonna
could support us for only $5 a month? You're definitely going to mention that too, right?
I was. Support Supernatural Selection and the Distraction Hole on Patreon for as little as $5 a month. Visit patreon.supernaturalselectionpod.com to learn more and get started today.
I know that we're running a little long, but I figured just like a quick round of a little game and then we can wrap up here.
David, when are we not running long on the Distraction Hole?
That's fair. I think we're allowed to do that for this show though, because I
Yeah.
edited it.
There's
So.
any show, yeah.
So let me preface this game with that I just recently saw the Lilo and Stitch remake.
Oh.
I was perfectly whelmed by it.
Uh-huh.
It's okay, but that ultimately, like a lot of the Disney reboots don't really work. They feel like they kind of have no point to them.
Change things that need to be changed.
Yeah, we've
I
got
heard the ending.
and sometimes in ways that like misses the point of the original.
Yeah, I've heard some criticism about the ending of the Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah, I'm of two minds of it, but the game I have here is bad reboots missing the point.
Mm.
So I'm going to. I figure we can each come up with a movie that you want to see rebooted, and then the other three have to come up with like a bad way to remake the movie to like this point. But you can't just say like, oh no, the actors are bad or like the writing is bad. It'd be like, for example,
Something
like
fundamental.
like remaking Mission Impossible, but Ethan Hunt does not accept the mission.
Oh, Christ.
Stuff like that, right?
Be a
So,
pretty fucking short movie.
Yeah. So that's exactly what we're doing here, and we could probably do a couple rounds of this. But I'm going to give you a movie, and then you each are going to give me like what would make it a bad reboot.
Yeah.
And then I'll pick one that I like. All right. So
Okay.
Elevator pitch for
yeah.
a bad reboot.
Yeah. So The Hunt for Red October. Hopefully we've all seen these movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So who's got a? How you gonna do this?
It's okay. Pretty much the same cast, or same caliber cast. A bunch of really amazing actors, and it's actually about a lost day planner.
It's just they had like a 1 month.
Yeah. They lost the October day planner
red.
that had their schedule, and it's not even like government schedule. It's like take the dog for grooming, stuff like that.
That's so fucking dumb. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who's next?
Oh Lord.
Yeah. How are you gonna ruin this one?
Because Kevin took like half of my idea, so I've got a drum of that.
That happens to you a lot, doesn't it?
So I'm sorry, you're on our wavelength.
No, yeah, I mean that's why it works and why
Yeah.
it's frustrating sometimes.
I'm trying not to give my own answer. So I
Okay,
want to hear what you guys have.
Mike.
It's a we update it for the current audience and the current technologies, and the guy's trying to defect with a Russian bot farm.
Oh God. Oh, I love it because I hate it.
Shit, that's a good one.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's good. Fuck.
It's the
All right,
hunt for
you got one,
Skibbity-
Andy?
It's the hunt for
Yeah,
Skibbity
when-
October.
Oh God.
When the Johnson family's dog Red October goes missing this fall, there's only one Scottish Spanish guy.
Scots Russian.
No, but in this one, yeah, he's Sean Connery playing the Highlander playing a Russian.
Oh God.
So basically, his accent is unchanged.
Because
Yeah.
he's fucking.
Matter,
He's Captain Ramius, but now he's Captain Ramirez.
Ooh.
yeah, this fall, Captain Ramirez
Oh man,
found one family's dog in the heart of Manhattan.
mine was going to be it's the same movie except there's a screen door on the submarine.
See, I was sitting here and I'm sitting here the whole time thinking, this summer, Rob Schneider is the Red October.
Oh, that was a fun one.
Yeah.
I think I gotta give it to Mike though on
The bot farm.
Russian crypto farm.
Fucking hell.
Oh man, just pumping out Ukrainian false flag shit. Oh
Yeah.
god.
Ukrainian propaganda.
Oh my God.
Propaganda.
Papa Granite.
Propaganda.
Propaganda.
Okay.
Well, since Mike, you won that one, you go ahead and give us a movie, and we try to do a bad reboot of it.
Let's see. How about... Fuck it, let's just do Star Wars.
Okay.
How can you miss the point of Star Wars?
You let Disney buy it.
Well, other than that,
Oh.
that's already done and dusted. We can't, count that.
Okay.
Okay.
The Empire or the good guys?
I mean,
Is that too simple?
I mean, it's a little on the nose, but yeah. I mean, it counts.
Okay. I'm gonna go with that one.
If you got one, Andy, go for it.
It's just a super high budget. Like it's very thin on story because they had to pay for so many stars. Like there's so many big names in this movie, and it's basically just kind of one fight between a bunch of stars on one side. Like I don't know, one side is like Brad Pitt and his gang.
You're so fucking
Yeah.
dumb. Oh my
literal
god.
Star
Clooney.
Wars.
Like George Clooney and his gang.
Okay.
And they fight, and that's it.
Now,
And it cost $40 billion in the last 10 minutes.
Now, the funny story
You won't
here.
believe the name of this, though. Sorry, go on.
The funny story here is I went with mine because that was my idea, and I knew you were gonna use it.
Gross.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I did.
Yeah. I like that though. I like it.
Yeah, the new Star Wars reboot's kind of bad because they don't actually have lightsabers; they just have flashlights.
Have you ever seen Hardware Wars, the original Star Wars parody?
I have not seen Hardware Wars.
Oh my god. Okay, it came out like the same year as Star Wars, and it's George Lucas's favorite Star Wars fan film. Like, Chewbacca is literally a dead-on orange cookie monster. And like all the ships are just hardware bought from like a hardware store.
Like a fucking toaster on wires, and when it shoots bread out of the slice.
Yeah,
the slots.
Hell yeah.
The Star Destroyer is just a clothes iron.
Love it.
Yeah, no, seriously, it's basically an extended trailer, and they're using flashlights and shining them in each other's eyes.
Hell yeah.
Okay, Mike, who won that one?
Really
Wow.
spoiled for choice here.
Give it to Andy there with the literal Star Wars.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I was almost going to give it to Kevin because he basically threw the idea I had back at me, but I'm like, I can't give it to him that easy.
Yeah, no, I admit it was too easy.
Well, I guess, Andy, you have to pitch a movie and we have to...
Yeah, give us a movie.
Yeah, trying to think, like, why can I not think of a movie?
No, that's what I had. I was like going,
Okay, Jurassic Park.
It's a successful, nice dinosaur zoo. And with
Billy and the
dinosaurs.
Clonosaurus.
Everyone kind of just
damn
goes
it.
about their business. And,
Dave,
Yeah,
are you legit going with Billy and the Clonosaurus?
I think I'm going to go with Billy and the Clonosaurus.
You son of a bitch.
Let the Simpsons writers do it for me.
Oh, God. All right, okay. Imagine this. Starts out the same. You know, that starts out at the dig. They come. They hire them to come be
They come,
consultants. They're flying into Hawaii on the helicopter, you know, and then they set down, and it's a children's playground with all dinosaur-themed plastic, like, ride-on toys.
Does it have the terrible, like,
The kazoo version.
penny whistle version of
Yes.
Jurassic Park theme?
Yes.
Love it.
okay. Yeah, I think Edge Kevin there.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, Kevin's good at edging.
Oh,
I'm a
fuck
fan,
off.
yeah. We've always known this.
Oh, that's terrible.
All right, Kevin, complete us. Give us your movie that we need to...
What's that? Finish you off?
Yes,
Give us a
yes.
happy ending.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. So I've been sitting here thinking the whole time, man, what movie am I going to choose?
Oh.
And the first thing I thought was Interview with a Vampire. I was like, well, they did that one as a TV show. Shit.
The TV show's good.
Yeah, no, I've heard.
It's
So,
called Trailer Park Dracula.
God,
Oh wait,
It's
no,
called
that was
a-
a different. That's
it's
from
called
earlier.
Assisted Living Vampire.
Job interview with a vampire.
Oh, God. So,
What is your 401k? Bleh.
So, 2001, a remake of Stanley Kubrick's 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Okay. All right. This one, 2001: A Space Odyssey was a very director-driven film.
Mm-hmm.
So you need a director with vision, someone with a very unique style.
I'm gonna start
So I
throwing
present-
punches. I think.
So I present to you 2001: A Space Odyssey by U Bowl.
I hate you. Okay. Do we all know who Yui Bowl is?
Yes.
Yeah.
Vaguely.
He did the House of the Dead movie, and he boxed his critics like
And he did
in the
Postal,
ring.
Postal movie.
Yeah.
Wait, that sounds awesome.
No.
He did,
Oh, we don't like
did
that.
he
He is
do,
a
did he do
terrible
the
human
Resident Evil.
No.
What was the? What was
No,
the-
it's
That was
House of
Paul-
the Dead.
Yeah, House of the Dead, where it was an island and a rave and completely outside with no house in the film.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Makes sense.
So my thing would be a shot-for-shot remake of 2001, but all the music replaced by Korn.
Oh.
Very zeitgeisty. Very
Oh
zeitgeisty.
God, I think you gave me stomach cancer with that.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I could have said Nickelback, but you know, I went a little.
No.
I can't wait till HAL 9000 starts singing Somebody Someone.
Yes.
Korn is a much better. Yeah, no. Can you imagine when Adidas starts playing during the spacewalk?
Yeah.
Oh God. Okay, Andy, what you got?
So 2001, right? Okay. Trying to think what
Yep.
happens that year.
Oh, I
Right,
can
yeah.
think of
It's a
something.
shot-for-shot remake. Like Mike said, it's a shot-for-shot remake. But at the end, Robert Pattinson's character looks out the window and he's in the World Trade Center.
Oh God damn it.
And
Oh.
guess what, bitch? It's September 11th.
Okay. I'm giving it to Mike with Andy running a close second.
Oh, shit.
Because fucking Korn and it. Look,
Ooh, I kind of want to see the mashup of both of those ideas.
here's the thing. Andy
Both
knows
want
me
both the
because
movie intact.
we're both fans of Billionaires Are Good, which used to be in the old days, came from Suicide Buddies, which, man, was there some 9/11 jokes.
They were unforgettable.
Yeah, you know, I
Yes,
forget.
thank you. I could not think of the movie's name. I somehow
I forgot.
See, I thought you were going to have like Dave and HAL 9000 crash into the monolith. And there's two monoliths.
No,
There was a plane has hit the second monolith.
Oh God. And
David, I'm not going to lie to you. If I had remembered that detail, I would have.
the Pentagon is the moon base.
By that detail, I mean like that very big plot point. I just
Yeah, the first 5 minutes of the movie.
Rocket
long
fuel
time.
don't melt in it, no monoliths, man.
So many apes lost their lives.
God damn it.
what happened to monolith number 7 or whatever?
Yes. Why did it fall? Yeah.
Yeah.
If you look here on this here security footage, it was a missile what done hit that monolith. God.
2001, A Loose Change Odyssey.
And you know that third target didn't get hit because those monkeys took over the plane and crashed it.
Well, that's all I had for the game.
That's a great
fun.
game. I like that
I
one.
never realized that.
Walk
You
us out
know,
of that. Yeah.
Well, I think that's about it.
Yeah.
Does anyone have anything they want to plug before I sign us off?
Well, Mike had something he was saying.
I was
there.
just saying that I
Oh.
never realized that we had the movie 2001 and September 11th happened in 2001. Never really made that connection there.
I
I'm
didn't
glad
either
could
until now.
bridge
Yeah.
that gap for you.
And look at how great that was that we figured that out.
And in the end, this was a successful episode.
And in the end, it doesn't even matter.
Well, I tried so hard and I got us so far, but now it's time to end the episode. Anyone have any plugs?
Listen
No, and anyone who claims otherwise, who claims that I did, is lying.
to. I'm gonna plug. Listen to Spooky Dice Bag and Flagged for Content.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. I thought you meant hair. Yeah. Yes, I do have
Wow.
that show called Flagged for Content. You should listen to it. Also, just as a brief aside, friend of both of our shows, Nick Page, has written a kind of goofy scripted podcast called Manned Mission that I've hosted the first episode of, and I'm gonna continue hosting on the Flagged for Content feed. So
Oh, cool.
even if you're
Oh,
not
very
necessarily a fan of Flagged for Content, go check that out. And yeah, there'll be, I think, at least 5 more episodes he's written. So
Cool.
Okay.
and, he's gonna need people to do some voices. Just saying.
Oh, okay.
Well, maybe someone from Georgia could show up.
Fuck off with that shit. God damn. Never. Anyway, also give us another plug for Billionaires Are Good. Can you give us a little bit of
It's currently on hiatus.
Oh,
they're,
okay,
they're
well, shit,
taking
never
a
mind. Fuck
break,
me.
but it's. Here's the thing, all right? I love Dave and Caleb, and I love the whole renaming thing. They need to settle on a title for more than a year.
Yeah,
Just-
I don't think Dave has ever sat on a title for a year with any show. Has
No,
he? I mean,
no,
Suicide Buddies maybe was the longest.
yeah, and then it changed to Y'all Ever, and then he left, and then it was like, God, he had like 9 different titles and a theme song for each one.
Yeah.
Dave Ross is Dave Ross is dead. Get stupid.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. I love
The
Dave, but
inconsistency is the consistency.
Yeah. Yeah.
it's the consistency of baby poop. No, I'm kidding.
Hey.
Hey, that's a joke. Mike, you got a plug?
Nope.
One
well,
day.
Well, one day he'll have something to plug.
Yeah.
Probably his ears.
How about you,
When we talk
David?
about Doctor Who. Anyway, yeah. So I think it's time to go ahead and close out. We're gonna drag ourselves out of this hole. But we had a lot of fun tonight. But we should really always remember 9/11.
Always.
And that's my words of wisdom for the end of the episode. Goodbye,
Never
everybody.
forget.
Never forget.
Never don't not forget to remember.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot.
Tie a string around your finger. In fact, tie around tie it around 2 fingers. That way you got the twin fingers going.
Tie a
Two
yellow
string-
ribbon round the old oak tree, and a plane will crash into it.
What?
I'm gonna go get some string. I'll see y'all later.
Later. Bye. Night.
Have a good night.
Good night, everybody.
Later.